Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Mr. Cobalt and today we are going to talk about how do you write the formula of a binary ionic compound when you're given the name of the compound. So in the last video I talked about how do you write the names of the ionic compounds, these binary ionic compounds. Now in this video, I want to go in the opposite direction. What if we're given the name of the compound? How do we get the formula? So in this case, in the same way that in order to go from the formula to the name, you need to know the names of the ions from the formula. So you're going in the opposite direction. So you still need to know the names of the ions, and you also need to know the charges on the ions. So let's start with A. So you have rubidium. So rubidium sulfide. So remember I said before, so if you know the names of the ions, it's just the two ion names put together. So the two parts of the name are going to be the two different ions. So you gotta figure that out. So that's what we're gonna go over. So rubidium, look that up on the periodic table. So both of these are gonna be related to elements on the periodic table. You look that up. So rubidium, you go to your periodic table and you find that rubidium is in group 1. So group 1, RB, rubidium. So if rubidium is in group 1, that means it's going to have a +1 charge. So we're going to have Rb plus. So that's our first ion. So then now we go to sulfide. We need to know what the sulfide ion is, and that comes from sulfur. So we know that sulfur is in group 6. So that's going to be 6 minus 8 gives you a -2 charge. So it's a group number -8 gives you the charge. So it would be S, symbol for sulfur, 2 minus. Okay, now that we have our ions, it's either you figure out how many ions you need to balance the charge, because every ionic compound has 0 charge, so you need to make sure the charge is balanced to 0. So notice I have a 2 negative here, but I have a +1 here. So I'm going to need 2 of these to balance the the -2 charge here. So this would then be Rb2, sulfur 1. Again, the other way you could do it is the crisscross method, right? So you could take the 2 here, put it as a subscript down there, take the 1 there, put it down there. Again, we don't write the 1s. And so this is going to be Rb2S. And so that would be the formula for this substance. Pretty simple, right? Okay, let's do another one. So here we have aluminum oxide. Aluminum, you look that up on your periodic table, and it's in group 3. So that means that aluminum will have a 3+ charge, because for the positive ions, it's going to be the group number will be the same as the charge on the ion. And now we have oxide. So oxide comes from oxygen. Oxygen is in group 6, so that's going to be a -2 charge, because the group number -8, 6 minus 8 is -2, so that's going to be O2 minus. And then again, we can crisscross. So the 2 goes down there, the 3 goes down there, and we get Al2O3. And so that would be the formula for this compound. With me so far? Good, let's do another one. So calcium oxide. So the first name, calcium, comes from the calcium ion, which is the calcium element. Look that up on your periodic table. You find it's in group 2A. So it's got a +2 charge. So we're going to write that down. So Ca2+. Same oxide, same as before. So oxygen, that's going to be 2- again. So here we can just look at this and say, okay, if this has a 2+ and that has a 2-, then I only need one each to balance the charge. So the formula would only have one. If you do the crisscross method, remember, you put a 2 there, you put this 2 down there, and then if you end up with Ca2O2, you can't stop there because remember your formula has to be in the lowest whole number ratio. So 2 to 2 is not the lowest ratio you can have. So 1 to 1 is the lowest ratio. So you're going to write CaO. So that is the formula for this compound. With me so far? Good. Okay, so last one, potassium chloride. So I look up potassium on the periodic table. It's in group 1, so it has a 1+ charge. So I put K+. Chloride comes from chlorine. I look up chlorine in the periodic table. That's in group 7. 7 minus 8 is -1. So chlorine is going to be a -1 charge. So again, I only need one each to balance a charge, so that's all I'm going to write. So again, KCl. And that's the formula for potassium chloride. So that's how you get the formulas for these things. So I hope that was helpful. If you like this video, go ahead and like it, share the video, subscribe to this channel, make a comment in the comment section if you have any comments or if you have any things you want me to go over. Make sure you hit the notification bell for notifications for any videos that I'm going to put out. Okay, thank you for joining me, and see you guys next time.